Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into a story that is just, wow. It connects a 9th century mathematician, a Nobel Prize winning breakthrough in physics, and a truly profound vision for the future of all of us. So, picture this. It's Lahore, the year 2025. We're in a workshop with a scientist, a guy named Umair Siddiqui. He's holding this device, and it's humming, almost like it's remembering ancient Baghdad. And etched on it is a single name, al-jabr. That name, well, it's the key to everything.
And that really is the central question here, isn't it? How can an idea from over 1,000 years ago possibly help us unlock the biggest secrets of the universe? Well, the answer takes us on a journey that literally folds time itself, and it all starts with one of the most powerful concepts ever imagined. For Umair, this device of his, the Chrono-Swing, it's so much more than just a cool piece of tech. He calls it a tether, a direct line, a connection, all the way back to the Persian polymath Muhammad ibn Musa al-Khwarizmi. You know, the man who gave us algebra.
Okay, so let's rewind. We're in Baghdad around 820 AD in the legendary House of Wisdom. Al-Khwarizmi writes a book that will completely change the world. Why? Because he gave us a system, a way to solve for the unknown, or as he called it, the shy, which basically just means the thing. He came up with this revolutionary process he called al-jabr. It's all about restoring balance to an equation, moving pieces around to make it whole. But here's what's so incredible. For him, this was never just about abstract numbers on a page.
No, al-Khwarizmi used algebra as a tool for real-world social justice. He would apply it to incredibly complicated problems, like making sure inheritances were divided fairly for widows and orphans, exactly as prescribed by Quranic law. It was literally mercy expressed through numbers.
Okay, so if al-Khwarizmi gave us the tools to find and restore balance in our society, how on earth do we even begin to solve for the biggest unknowns of reality itself? Well, the next piece of our story takes a huge quantum leap forward. All right, now fast forward 1,200 years. It's 2022, and 3 scientists, Alan Aspect, John Clauser, and Anton Zeilinger, they win the Nobel Prize for proving one of the most bizarre, most mind-bending properties of our universe. See, in our everyday world, things are separate. You push one box, another box across the room doesn't move, right? But down in the quantum world, you can have these entangled particles that are mysteriously linked. What you do to one particle instantly affects the other, even if it's on the other side of the galaxy. It's a thing Einstein famously called spooky action at a distance. What these 3 scientists did was prove that this spooky connection is absolutely real. It's a fundamental part of nature. They slammed the door on any other explanation, proving there are no secret messages flying between the particles. The connection is real, it's instantaneous, and it's non-local. They basically built a pipe from that strange quantum world into ours. And this is where our story comes full circle, right back to our scientist Umair Siddiqui, because he takes this exact principle of non-local connection, the very thing the Nobel laureates proved, and he uses it to build his incredible device, the Chrono-Swing. What he's trying to do is create something straight out of theoretical physics called a closed timelike curve. I know, it sounds complicated, but think of it as a path in space-time that literally loops back on itself. It's a stable time loop, a place where time doesn't just march forward, it can actually fold. And here, you can just see this beautiful fusion of ideas. Umair's machine uses concepts from string theory and quantum entanglement, for sure. But then he adds this wild card, this one crucial ingredient that physics always misses: human emotional resonance. He's convinced that's the missing piece, the key to making time travel stable without creating paradoxes. So he uses the Chrono-Swing, and he travels, but not into the past. He goes into a possible future, the year 2042. And what he finds there is it's breathtaking. In Geneva, his own work, which is codenamed Alium, is being used to resolve global conflicts. They're using these time loop models, these algorithms inspired by his work, to actually forecast peace accords and heal divisions before they even have a chance to turn into scars. This entire journey, this incredible connection between the distant past, his present, and a possible future, it leads Umair to this really deep philosophical conclusion about what reality even is. And he writes it all down in a treatise he calls the Book of Resonance. Okay, so this is the crucial part. He looks at the old interpretations of quantum mechanics. You know, the Copenhagen view, where observing something makes it real, or the many worlds view, where every choice creates a new universe. And he says, no,
I think you're all missing it. He proposes that reality is one single, infinite symphony. It's a harmonic field, and everything in it, particles, people, planets, we're all just notes in that cosmic song.
And in this resonant view, even when we measure something, it's not some violent collapse of possibilities. He calls it resonant coupling. Think of it like hitting one tuning fork and another one across the room starts to vibrate with it. They just sync up. It's an alignment of frequencies. And when you look at it that way, even ethics becomes about creating harmony instead of dissonance in that universal field.
So when you step back and look at this whole incredible journey, from al-Khwarizmi's ink-stained quill all the way to quantum circuits, you start to see this powerful hidden truth about how deeply we're all connected through time.
And that really brings us to the final big idea here. Legacy isn't a straight line that fades into the distance. The wisdom of al-Khwarizmi's algebra, it didn't just disappear. It's still resonating, amplified by the discoveries of those Nobel laureates, and it's looping right through our present, actively shaping a future we can't even see yet. Which leaves us with one last, pretty profound thought to chew on. If the echoes of our ideas, our actions, even our feelings, are all rippling forward through time, looping and resonating through the ages, then what kind of symphony are we composing right now for the people who are going to be listening in the future?